again here. We are talking about the topic will be formatting text, both italic and even font colors, as you can see. And this is very useful because it makes your document beautiful and even more professional. And we'll be talking about the following hints. The first one is to make text bold. Yes, as you can see, making of text bold is very useful, and even italic too. And in case you want to underline, it's quite very uh, uh, possible using your Microsoft Word. Before we talk about this, I would like to let you understand that formatting text is a great deal. Yes, everyone must key in to formatting text because the difference between a merely typed word and a formatted page, merely typed word in a page, words in a page, a document is different from a formatted document. Once a document, the text in the document are being formatted, then it becomes much more professional, especially when it comes to professionalism. So let's start now. This says here that we are going to make text bold now. First of all, go to a new page. By the time we get to a new page, this is what we do. So let's go to a new page. Now this is a new page. This is what we're going to do in this new page. We are going to type a text. Going to school. This is a text, and they said the first one is to format. Formatting is all about. Let's add other lines. Let's click enter. Full stop before enter. Okay. When are you coming back? As you can see, these are two different texts, and they are in two different lines. And the first area we'll talk about, let's say, making text bold is a way to format text. Don't forget, and even setting it up the way it should appear. If they say when you want to make a text bold, you just go straight to highlighting the text you want to make bold. Yeah, that's the fastest way if you've typed already, because when you start editing your text, then it's all about formatting. So it's either you come here or you click ctrl+b, ctrl+b will make it bold. You see this one is selected, and next is about how to make text italic. To make the text italic is just to make sure that the word is the area you want to make italic is selected, highlighted. So you click on ctrl+u, or you select on this area within fonts. As you can see, we have used bold, we have used underline, and we have other subsections for underline, as you can see. And so the next one is, as you can see, we are going straight to the point, so we don't want to be delaying much of times. Is to underline. Underlining, and I thought we've dealt with underline already. Sorry, the second was supposed to be italic. Yes, so for italic, we are going to click ctrl+i for italic. ctrl+i, italic, it makes the word looks like a bent handwriting, well bent, as if you are trying to type a slightly non-straight text, and as you can see, it's non-straight. And that takes us to the next area. Number 2 is all about changing fonts and font size. Changing fonts and font size. Changing fonts and font size are two different things. Yes, the actual term for font is all about the font type. Yes, or any other font types you have. You can select and make them very changing of uh, font type and sizes. Here you can do it from here, you can do it from here. If you're doing it from here, you are changing the font sizes, and you can see it changes based on the font type that we select. Uh, this this Times New Roman, and here is a font sizes. In case we are selecting anyone, it's quite very useful. And if we are selecting 20, you see it increases to 20. So that is changing of font size and type. And next should be adding to add color to your text. To add color to your text. This one is all about text. It's highlighted, right? So we just go to this area within the uh, font, font ribbon on the home tab. So you select any of the color you want from the drop down. You see there are various colors. I'm selecting yellow. No, let's select red for point display. As you can see, there is a color. It's red. And next should be uh, applying text highlighting. Yes, as you can see, it says apply text highlighting. That's like a marker pen. This is what they're actually talking about. Coloring the background of the exact area where the text is. So that's what they're talking about. And you do it from here within font. Yes, within font. This this is the area you select on. If you are selecting on a particular color, you search for it in this area. You see, I just selected purple. Let's use yellow instead. You see, it's changed to I think a yellow. Sorry, let's change it to yellow. So depending on the range that you need to color. So if that is not what you need, you make it specific. As you can see, it's changing. Let's give it the completely yellow color we need. This is the yellow color. And next is on the list is adjusting character spacing. Under adjusting character spacing, it talks about the spacing level from one letter to the next, and this is how it's done. Let's highlight again, or be sure we actually highlighted. You go select the in font. Within font, we are selecting the extra arrow, as you can see, and a pop-up comes out. You see font, you see advanced. Yes, under this advanced, you are selecting on this spacing, the kind of spacing you want. There are three. There is a normal spacing, there is expanded spacing, and there is a condensed spacing. If you are selecting any of them, they will tend to create a change in your in how your text should look. If it's expanded, you see there will be a change in the preview, and let's OK. You see the text expanded a bit. So let's take it back. Next is as you can see, we have use format painter. Yes, this is a very interesting area where you just have to execute what you have here to have effects here too. It's quite useful too. Each time you want to allow the text you're working on to have a look alike with what you want to format. So it's all you have to do is to select the area you see as the specific color you want or the design you want. Yes, the styling, everything. So you select within clipboard or ribbon in home tab. You select format painter. By the time you select on it, all you have to do, I will select it on format painter. Yes, all you have to do is to highlight the text that you want the action to be done on. So it gives you what you want. That's what we call like allowing for there is adding of special text effect. Adding of special text effect is all about uh, making use of a very good tool. This very uh, a sign here. It's called text effect and topography. And when you want to make use of it, is either you click on it and select the basics for your use. Yes, we have different color and effects, and we also have the outlines, shadows, reflections, glow, number styles, and even uh, ligatures, yes, stylistic sets, and so on and so forth. It's very good too because it creates this effect of making your font look like should I say a PixArt or something. So it decorates your work. So take for instance we have an highlighted text here. I highlight this one. Okay, by the time I select this and I make a pick out of them all, let me see, I'm picking this one. It shows this effect. Let me make it bigger so that you see what I actually did. You see, it brings one effect, and I can manipulate to give it a very good look. If I don't like what I have, the outline is a colors at the edges of the uh, of the of the typed and manipulated words. And take for instance, I want a yellow at the edges. I can select yellow, so it gives me a yellow. Um, an outline. Let me select um, a red. Sorry, red, yeah, red is not displaying. Sorry, not trying to create a color that will be visible. So the coloring is not effective. So um, it's about the colors at the edges. That's why we call it outlines. So you can also look at the shadows effects. Yes, and then the reflections too. They are all here to make your work feel okay. Look at the shadows effect. You see something like shadows coming out of the you see you see them. So the effects are so, and we also have shadow options in case you want to enter into more options. You can adjust the width of the distance level and angle level of the here. I believe you are seeing it coming out. Seeing it coming out now from the spell, and this is the distance. You see, this is what I was talking about. So this is a color. In case we don't like the color we actually selected, let's say you want to select a red, you see it change to red now. So that's what we are talking about. So it's a very useful tool. There is even more apart from all this. There's also reflections, there's glow. You can manipulate and make sure that your work is so well designed, and and it will make it stand out amongst every other write-ups you have, in case you want it to be having a very good instant look. So that takes us to the next area of our concentration. So our next area to look into um, is to make you understand that there are mistakes to uh, to be aware of when talking about formatting text, because we have actually made do with all the various process you can use to format your text. Yes, there are mistakes you need to look out for, even if you have all the knowledge that you already know of. And number one mistake is the mistake of forgetting to select before formatting. Yes, this is a very good information. If you forget to select, I'm saying it's very bad to um, forget to select is because if you don't select on the text that you're working in, it will not be properly formatted. And here is what they wrote. I said, here's the written text. It says, clicking bold without selecting does nothing, or worse, affects the wrong text. And fixing this, you have to select first, then act. Always remember this very rule. If you don't follow this rule, you end up doing a wrong job. This is what they mean. You did not select, and then selecting means highlighting. Let me make it so. This is a process of selecting or highlighting. If you don't highlight and you just start working, let me say bold, nothing will be bold. But once you select what you're working on, and you want it to be bold and select bold, you see it becomes bold. These ones will have already been bold. I only unbolded it. Let me bold it again so that you see it. Now it's taken. So that's what they meant by that first uh, mistake to look out for. Then number two mistake is using too many fonts. When you use too many fonts, it becomes too kind of clumsy, too fiddle with a different set of font type, and the uniformity will be questioned. It will not look professional in case you are working on a professional document. Sorry. So, and here this is that our document with 8 different fonts look messy and what unprofessional. And here is a way to fix. You can either stick to, yes, very uh, 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 better if you use 1 to 2 font maximum for your document, your text, to make sure that your pages are well uh, well set up and not looking too messy, and it will look professional. And you should use size and bold for what verity, which means that make sure that where there is need for your text to be bold, they are bold enough, and where there is need for your text to be well okay and well sized, it's it's worth the work. And next area to look into is mistake number three. Mistake number three is using too many colors. Yes, so that it do not look like a BB format and it won't look as professional as expected. And here they said rainbow documents are hard to read, too many colors. Yes, so I believe that's the reason. Then it says use colors pop purposefully sorry, and like 2 to 3 colors maximum. Yes, don't just splash colors all over your document. There should be a reason for especially some of the colors you select, and that's very useful. Next mistake is ignoring readability. Yes, you should make sure that your text is readable. Like use good fonts. So fancy fonts look nice but are hard to read in long what paragraphs. Yes, you should use fonts that are clear enough and it should be readable, not the ones that are too clumsy like handwritten fonts, and not too clear to be seen by someone who wants to read a plain text. And it says that you say fancy fonts and for title, sorry, and use simple fonts for body text. And next mistake number 5 says that for formatting manually instead of using uh, for format painter. Yes, you can use a manual formatting, but it's not too ideal. Format painter is faster and smarter. So formatting each header individually takes forever. It takes really long time. So if you format one, then use format painter for the rest, for uniformity and very easy formatting process without spending more time to format text. Mistake number 6, not being consistent. Yes, if you are not consistent, it's also another problem to look into. It's very advisable that you are consistent with any of the fonts you follow, any font type, font sizes, uh, anything at all, your alignment, your paragraphing, anything, and even your style, your writing styles, and the theme you are using in the process of making sure you fulfill the requirements of your written document. There should be consistency. And here it says that different headings looking different makes document look amateur. You see, so and here uh, you can decide on a style and stick to it throughout. Yes, that's why you see writers, they stick to one pattern of writing till the end of their novels. And next, I believe you understand these 6 mistakes to avoid, and you need to avoid them very when it's very important, so that you have a well written document, and professionally, not just written document, but professionally written too, without having any issues with people questioning your write-up. And next is uh, the shortcuts that are very useful for the course of this lesson. First is to always have idea of your bolding, yes, of your control key to bold text. We have control B as the shortcut key. Yes, we call them shortcut keys. And the next is what? Italic. If you want your text to be bent, you use ctrl+i. It's to make your text bent. And we have ctrl+u to underline. Next, ctrl+shift, and is sorry, ctrl+shift plus a direction, sorry, plus a greater than. We'll call this one refers to grow font, and ctrl+shift+less than is to shrink font or make it smaller. And next, we have the spacebar too. So the ctrl+spacebar, which is to clear formatting. And lastly, we have shift plus F3 is to change cases. Is it uppercase letters, lowercase letters? So it's very useful. And I believe this will take us to the end of this class. Let's forge ahead for the class ahead. I wish you a very good learning session as we'll forge ahead for the next class. In the meantime, you can give yourself a task and try to work on it. Try to type text. Maybe you can start with typing in my best food, and try to format the text, giving it or using the processes that you have been taught here today. It will really aid you to becoming a professional uh, Microsoft user if you become consistent over time. I wish you all the best. See you by our next class in due time. Stay glued to the channel. Thank you very much.